Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Ultra Premier Classic, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Oranguru! Oranguru! Holy smokes, guys, this is exactly what the Ultra Premier Classic was missing. It really needed a Pokemon like Oranguru. Just because there are so many poison types, and Oranguru not only has the heavy fast move pressure to punish the poison types, but the bulk to hang in there for so many seasons now. ULPC has been missing a bulky Confusion user, and it is now here in the form of Oranguru. We really just wanted to protect Oranguru from Obstagoon first and foremost, so we are rolling with Kanto Muk on the safe swap. Oh my goodness, I am so fond of Kanto Muk. I'm definitely a Kanto Muk enthusiast. It just has so much broad coverage, and as good as it is in the Open Ultra League, it is even better in Ultra Premier Classic. And also on this team, in the back, we've got Poliwrath, guys. I wanted some additional Obstagoon coverage. Poliwrath shuts down Obstagoon like you wouldn't believe. It one-shots with Dynamic Punch, has an excellent coverage move of Ice Punch. And I also wanted to have some nice Swampert coverage as well, and Poliwrath does that. Before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go, Shadow Snorlax, decent lead for us. They make a play in the Kingdra, and we meet this with our Kanto Muk. Poliwrath also would have been a solid answer to this as well. But I figured Poliwrath has a even better matchup against Snorlax, so we elected to come in with Kanto Muk here. Gonna go for the Dark Pulse. Kingdra, for those of you who are new to Go Battle League, Kingdra has some very nice bulk, even at a level 40. So we need Dark Pulse plus Thunder Punch. Both of these moves do hit for neutral on Kingdra, and they shield. So seeing that, we're not going to be able to take this out. They do give us a shield advantage, electing to take Switch, and that is fine. Going to come back in with our Oranguru here and Confusion down. We tank that, no problem. Oranguru is quite bulky. It is so refreshing. And they are thinking long and hard, and they've got a Sylveon in the back. Okay. So now, at this point, I'm absolutely kicking myself for not coming in with Poliwrath, but, you know, you never know what these people have in the back. It's hard to predict sometimes. At the Ultra League format, people generally just run what they have, so the meta is not quite as predictable as Great League, but that is okay. Our Oranguru is quite low. We did not want to give them any additional farm, so we come in with our Poliwrath. Of course, with our fighting typing, we took loads of damage from the Charm, and they do come in with the Snorlax. We get off that Dynamic Punch, does big damage, but Snorlax is about as bulky as it gets. So here, the play here is we need 2 Ice Punches to take out that Sylveon. I'm hoping that this will get this Snorlax within farm down range. And the goal here is to leave this with 2 Ice Punches or very close to it. We're getting low and we just could not farm that thing down, and we have to give up our final shield. That's awful because they have a move store. Gotta catch. Oh, making the plays. You love to see it. We had to have this. We had to do that, guys, because we were 1 mud shot off from the Ice Punch. Oh my goodness, the stars absolutely aligned for this one. We knew that we needed the back-to-back to take this Sylveon out, and holy smokes, Poliwrath coming in clutch, putting the team on its back and taking the game with low health. You love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Starting things off with a bang. My goodness, that last battle was very exciting and a lot of fun. And here we go. This is why Oranguru is amazing. We had a Crobat lead. They make a play into Obstagoon, and this is why we've got Poliwrath in the back on this team to protect our Oranguru from the dark types like Obstagoon. Dynamic Punch does one shot and they shield. Holy smokes, I was not expecting them to shield. They usually will just cut their losses and come back in with the Crobat to farm down. But this Obstagoon is putting up a fight. Holy smokes. They are just drawing out the inevitable. This is not doable for them. But what I suspect that they're doing is they are stalling the clock. What they want to hang on to this Obstagoon, justifiably so, as it has a very positive matchup against our Oranguru, of course. But they get the Boostagoon boost, and these counters are really starting to add up. So going to throw the Dynamic Punch, and they give up their final shield. My goodness, they really want to hold on to that Obstagoon. Slight misplay here. We definitely did not need to chip this Crobat here. Definitely a waste of energy. We should have banked the Dynamic Punch just in case we needed it. So they come back in with the Crobat to draw back out our Oranguru. So this is fine. We can still do okay, guys. Oranguru is quite bulky and can be quite clutch at times, guys. All we can do is go for these foul plays. You definitely go foul play against dark types with Oranguru, as it is single resisted, whereas Psychic and your Confusions are double resisted. So definitely just go foul play on the dark types, and it does add up. Holy smokes. We were speaking of this Obstagoon putting up a fight, but Oranguru is putting up a fight as well, and they are running the Community Day move of Obstruct. Not going to help them. And they are at Obstruct Energy here. We make an aggressive play back into Muck. We did not want them to farm down. Oh my goodness, hats off to our opponent. They are fighting a good fight. Holy smokes, they are really giving this their best. Hats off to them, but they've got a Venusaur in the back. They are ABA weak to a Confusion user. You'd love to see it. Had we not, I think we should have seen that they were trying to draw back out the Oranguru, and we should have come in with our Kanto Muk back onto that Crobat, if I'm going to nitpick a little bit here, but it's all a moot point because Kanto Muk is going on a rampage, even with a debuff. Holy smokes, all we have to do is shield up this potential Night Slash, and we are at the Thunder Punch. Kanto Muk, guys. This is where Kanto Muk shines. Alolan Muk would have went down to this Obstagoon, but instead, we're taking it. Kanto Muk, super clutch, even with a debuff, still sweeping the endgame. You love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm telling you guys, Oranguru did not disappoint, and I was kicking myself because I did have a 98% IV, but I deleted it. But luckily, we had this guy lurking in the back in the Pokédex. But here we go. We had a Walrein lead. We aggressive swapped into our Kanto Muk. We can hit this thing for super effective damage with our Thunder Punches, and they tank that. They may be weak in the back to our Kanto Muk. Could have a Charmer in the back. So we're going to shield this EQ. A lot of Walreins and Swamperts will look to chip you with that big damage so that they can come in with whatever they have to farm down. So I shield the EQ on Swampert, and well, definitely Swampert, but definitely Walrein as well. But here we are. They got a Toxicroak in the back, guys, and this is where Kanto Muk outperforms Alolan Muk against these counter users, especially the ones with stab, guys. Having that pure poison typing and fully resisting counter damage allows you to flip a lot of matchups where Alolan Muk just falls short like that. Holy smokes. Kanto Muk, often the way to go over its Alolan counterpart for reasons like that. Flip and switch. You'd love to see it. They come back in with the Walrein, and we've got the perfect answer to Walrein on this team. Poliwrath comes in super clutch for these Walreins and Swamperts, handles them beautifully, shrugs off damage like it's nothing. Poliwrath, quite bulky, guys. It is amazing. Gotta look to put this thing out of its misery with a Dynamic Punch, and they've got a Gallade in the back, so gonna look to just chip with an Ice Punch here. And then it will be Oranguru time, guys. Oranguru's here to let Gallade know, hey, buddy, there's a new Confusion user in town, and I think Oranguru's a lot better, a lot bulkier, has a lot better coverage on the meta. Oranguru, amazing. I cannot stress that enough. They go for the Leaf Blade. We are basically daring them to debuff themselves with a close combat. We absolutely survive a close combat, even from a Pokemon that hits as hard as Gallade. We're daring them, throw that close combat, but no, they don't want to debuff themselves. And it is all but over, guys. We're going to one shield flex on this Gallade to assert some further dominance and let them know Oranguru's the new Confusion user in town. You'll love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Yeah, when ULPC rolled around, I was absolutely kicking myself for deleting my 98 IV Oranguru. I was thinking, oh, I'm not going to need this. I need the XL. But goodness, thank goodness we had this one. But we had another Crobat lead. You'd love to see it when you've got Oranguru on your team. They aggressive swap into Obstagoon. And here we are. It's Poliwrath time yet again. Poliwrath absolutely runs right through Obstagoon. It's not particularly close as we one-shot, saying bye-bye to the Obstagoon. That's usually how they play if they get locked onto a Poliwrath, so that they can come back in with their Crobat and farm us down with super effective air slashes. But guys, this is why Poliwrath is amazing in this meta. Has excellent coverage and Ice Punch against the fighters and grass types, drawing a shield from the Crobat. Poliwrath, amazing. And here we go. We're back in with our Oranguru. We tank everything from this Crobat here. Just a Poison Fang, not gonna cut it. And they've got a Gallade in the back. I don't know why we did this. We kind of just, I don't want to say panic swapped, but just kind of swapped out of, muscle memory. You're just trained to swap when they swap, but should have had a little bit more presence in the moment, I will say. But it's fine, guys. Oranguru's in control here. Oranguru can clean this up really nicely. And look at Kanto Muk putting the work. Holy smokes. Nearly taking out the Gallade. That's the power of Kanto Muk, guys. It has amazing bulk. And then we do shield up the close combat. We take them out. One Confusion does the trick. And they may look to throw a Hail Mary Shadow Ball here, but not gonna cut it. That's resisted. And we're confusioning down the Crobat. This is why Oranguru is amazing. If you have one, definitely build it for this meta. That's gonna be a good game. Well played. Had a blast with those bonus battles. As we move into the featured set of the video, we are met with a Swampert. This is the most awkward lead you will encounter with this team. Swampert. It just outpaces you, and Hydro Cannon is absolutely busted, especially on Swampert when it runs Mud Shot. But they aggro swap into a Charmer, and here we go, guys. There is nothing more satisfying than getting your Poison Jabber locked onto a Charmer. It's a thing of beauty, and we tank that, no problem. Kanto Muk has amazing bulk. We wanted to have our health low for the Swampert, but it is in farmable range, but luckily they throw immediately. They definitely should have farmed us down, but that's okay. They probably didn't want to tank a ton of damage or give up shields, but that is beautiful. The damage has been done, guys. We maintained alignment, flipping switch with our Kanto Muk. Gonna shield up the EQ. That's a good shield there. Although we tank that pretty well, it still does a lot of damage. And we're going to look to get off some damage of our own onto the Swampert. And we are just going to play this out. We will take it out if they decide to stay in. But no, they've got another Charmer lurking in the back. One of these dirty double charm teams. But I think Poliwrath is up to the task. Rank 1, Poliwrath, super bulky. We withstand these super effective charms long enough to get off another Ice Punch. And that is really going to help us out with our Oranguru here. Going to go right for this big Psychic. Predicting that they would want to sweep with Swampert. But no, they shield that. They're looking for a Togekiss sweep. And we are not going to let that happen, guys. Seeing how much our confusions are doing, the play here now is to try and leave this matchup with a foul play, if at all possible. One foul play, more than enough to take out this annoying Togekiss here. And we are just one confusion off from our next foul play. The Swampert was at a move, but they needed a move to take out our Poliwrath, which allows us to say bye-bye to the annoying Swampert on the even more annoying Double Charm team. Taking out Double Charm, always satisfying. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Seeing how effective Oranguru is, guys, hopefully we can grab another Oranguru with higher IVs, but that is okay. This one definitely does the trick, and here we go. Another Swampert lead, like I said, the most awkward lead you will encounter with this team. The reason why is because you can't really safe swap Poliwrath, but we're gonna do it anyways, trying to catch the next Hydro Cannon. They were trying to catch a move as well, so we both simul swap. Always amusing to see this happen. But this is a decent matchup for our Poliwrath. We definitely tank an Acid Spray, but it's the Poison Jabs combined with the debuff that really do the damage. And they do comfortably tank a Dynamic Punch. We need 2 to KO, but these mud shots that hit for super effective are really starting to add up. We let this go because we knew that it was not going to happen because the Swampert was going to find its way back onto the Oranguru anyways. Having that simul swap definitely put us in a tricky position, but still amusing to see nonetheless. We grabbed a shield. That is, we'll take that. Gonna let this go. It is an Acid Spray. They want to weaken our defenses by 2 stages, and we are just gonna look to farm this thing all the way down. But if we were gonna commit to this farm down, we absolutely should have shielded this. I don't know what I was thinking letting this go. That was a misplay for sure, guys. Definitely should have shielded that because we could have gotten off big damage on the Swampert and pressured the final shield, but instead our Kanto Muk is left hanging on by a thread, and they've got a Charmer in the back. I was kicking myself for no shielding that. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not going to go so far as to say that we threw there because it still would have been close, but we definitely did not do ourselves any favors letting that go, and we paid for it in the end, getting taken out, going down with 2 shields. How awful, but good game, well played nonetheless. This Oranguru team was really putting in the work, and it plays like more of a balanced team, not your traditional ABB style team that you often see. And here we go, Tangrowth. Have not seen one of these in quite some time. I used to use Tangrowth quite a bit back in the day in Ultra League. Or Ultra Premier, not Ultra Premier Classic, before the XLs came on the scene. But I digress. Here we go. We are playing out this matchup. And as I mentioned, this team plays like more of a balanced team. So it doesn't have full-on ABB coverage. It's not a classic ABB style team. It does have ABB coverage for Obstagoon, but plays a little bit like a balanced team, or maybe a hybrid of both. So we don't want to lose our Oranguru. So we catch this Rock Slide onto our Kanto Muk. You'd love to see it. And they've got a Shadow Machamp in the back. What the heck else do they have in the back? My goodness. I think that's why they were fighting us so hard with our Oranguru on the lead. They wanted to avoid it with their Shadow Machamp. And here we are. Gonna shield up the potential Rock Slide. As bulky as we are, Shadow Machamp hits like a truck, and we wanted to preserve some health. And gonna look to farm all the way down. They will not make it to another Rock Slide. This is just a cross chop that's resisted. Not gonna cut it. And this is again where Kanto Muk outperforms Alolan Muk. Alolan Muk did not have a prayer in that matchup, and we are going to go for the Thunder Punch as they make a play into an Escavalier. And here we go yet again. We loaded up on energy going for Thunder Punch number 2. They don't have to shield this. They can definitely let this go, and they do. But my goodness, look at the work that Kanto Muk has put in on this Steel type Escavalier. Alolan Muk is not doing that, guys. Just saying. And we're going to come in with our Poliwrath, and yes, shouts to them! Never have I been so excited to tank super effective damage. They're running Aerial Ace, so we're catch this onto our Oranguru here. We got to get crafty and creative here. We are down on shields, but the reason why I was so excited to see them run Aerial Ace is because that is the way to go in this meta. If you're going to run Escavalier, guys, I highly recommend running Aerial Ace. And gotta get rid of this thing right away, guys. Gonna throw this Ice Punch as we say bye-bye to the Tangrowth. And now I think we are in good shape here. Making that catch on the second Aerial Ace was super clutch. And I lost track of my own energy. Forgot that I was on my 5 cycle. We had the Dynamic Punch, but we farmed down. In the end... Oh, man, this team was so effective, guys. I'm telling you, that's going to be a good game. Well played. Oh, so happy that the Ultra Premier Classic is back. It's always a fun time because you see things like this, guys. We got an Alakazam running the Community Day fast move of Counter. You don't often see this Pokemon because it is about as squishy as a Pokemon gets, but holy smokes, does it hit hard, guys. But we can hit this thing for super effective damage, and of course you absolutely have to shield Alakazam. And they've been farming for days, and they run in Future Sight. Holy smokes, that did a lot of resisted damage, guys. My goodness. I was not kidding when I said this thing hits hard. But you don't often see it running Future Sight either. Knowing that we are 100% shielding up whatever this is, it is another Future Sight. Holy smokes. This mad lad is running Future Sight. You'd love to see it. And they've got a Sneasler in the back. Shouts to this team. This is a fun team that puts out a lot of damage. My goodness. I've actually got a Sneasler of my own that I may actually run. I'm not sure yet, but they are running Aerial Ace, and that is fine. We tank that, no problem. Gonna look to go for another Thunder Punch. Sneasler, much like Alakazam, not known for its bulk, and we grab their final shield. That is amazing. And we will shield up this next move. That would be lights out for us. With a team like this, you never know what they have in the back. Definitely want to control the alignment here. Gonna look to put this Sneasler out of its misery with a Thunder Punch. That's all we need as we say bye-bye to the Sneasler. And they've got a Walrein in the back. Again, this is where Kanto Muk really shines. Has excellent coverage on the meta. As we do loads of damage to the large cuddly walrus. And we've got just the answer for this Walrein in the back. They can throw EQ all they want, guys. Rank 1 Poliwrath, super bulky. And we wait for them to throw a Powder Snow so that they cannot catch this. They're catching this on their Walrein as we say bye-bye to the Walrein. And all they have left is that low health Alakazam. We get to this Ice Punch, sealing the deal. Shouts to this team. What a fun looking team. We say bye-bye to the Alakazam. Poliwrath coming in super clutch, cleaning up the end game. You'd love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. So if you're not sold on Oranguru in the Ultra Premier Classic by now, I don't know what will do the trick for you. But here we go. Positive lead. Sirfetch'd on the lead. They ergo swap into Togekiss. This is why you do not safe swap a Charmer for reasons like that, my friends. As they immediately top left, they said, no way, Jose, I am out of here. And I don't blame them. That was a ridiculous hard counter, but worked out for us in the end, I will say, guys. And that is the team. Oh, man, good game. Well played to our opponent. How about Oranguru in the Ultra Premier Classic? Guys, there is a new a new Confusion user in town. And it comes in the form of Oranguru, my goodness. And like I said, I had a 98% IV Oranguru that I just didn't think I'd be using. It was taking up space. I said, I don't need this. I need the XL IV Oranguru as I deleted it. But my goodness, thank goodness we had this one lurking in the back in the Pokédex. And my goodness, it paid off big time. Oranguru's amazing. Has amazing bulk, amazing coverage with foul play. With all these poison types running rampant, a Pokemon like Oranguru really restores balance to this meta. It did not disappoint, and if you have one, I would highly recommend using it. You just absolutely have to protect it from Obstagoon first and foremost, and to a lesser extent, protect it from Swampert as well, as Swampert hits like a truck and outpaces, as well as Walrein, and that is why we've got Poliwrath in the back to handle those two, in addition to Obstagoon. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.